Standing salute. Post. Would everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Please be seated. Color guard dismissed.
Good afternoon. My name is Ron Goldberg. I would like to welcome you to this Eagle Court of Honor. This is the occasion for pride and joy, as well as a time for serious reflection. The Eagle is the highest recognition that Scouting offers to Scouts. It is earned through the advancement program, and only a small percentage of boys who begin in Scouting receive this honor. The wearer of the Eagle Award is the epitome of Scouting's best effort and beliefs. Today, we have the pleasure of seeing Mark Quibido reach the climax of his Scouting efforts when he joins the company of Eagle Scouts. Before we begin, Troop 10 Senior Patrol Leader Robert Bolton Jr. will deliver the invocation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you'll bow your heads and join me in prayers, we ask God's blessing upon the ceremony. Dear Heavenly Father, we've all gathered here today to recognize the great achievements that young Mark has spent many years working towards to complete his Eagle rank. He has demonstrated each of the main points of the Scout Law, oath, motto, and slogan. He has completed the requirements of each rank and merit badge that he has demonstrated leadership abilities to his troop. He has proven that he is worthy and deserves the highly recognized rank of Eagle Scout. We ask that you bless this ceremony as we celebrate the great things that Mark has done to reach this point in his Scouting career, and that he will help other young men to reach the rank of Eagle. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
At this time, would all Eagle Scouts in the audience please rise and be recognized? We would like to invite all the Eagle Scouts to take a seat in the Eagle's Nest. The presentation of the Eagle Scout Award is an important and serious matter, and is a climax in a Scout's Scouting effort. The attainment of this award is made possible through the assistance of those with Mark tonight: his Scoutmaster, troop leaders, fellow Scouts, parents, family, friends, and members of the community. This is an occasion for pride and joy, as well as a time for serious reflections. The Eagle is the highest recognition offered in Scouting. The wearer of the Eagle Award is the embodiment of Scouting's best effort and beliefs. Mark Quibido has distinguished himself through his continued performance of active service in Scouting. He is trained and practiced in his leadership ability, and he is marked by the character gained through an understanding of the citizenship and beliefs. It is important that each of us understands the meaning of the Eagle badge.
The appeal of the majestic eagle has been felt by every great people from prehistoric times to present day. To the Egyptians, the eagle was the messenger of the gods and of the sun, a symbol of eternal life. To the Romans, he was the carrier of Jupiter's thunderbolts and a sign of power. To American Indians, he stood as an incentive to valor and the pledge of victory. For us today, the eagle is a living symbol of all courageous freedom aspiring Americans. When the Eagle Scout badge was designed in 1912, it was decided that a small silver eagle would be suspended from a tricolored ribbon of red, white, and blue. So it remains today.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a scout is trustworthy is the very first point of the Scout Law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but also because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor.
The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother Scouts makes him pitch in and carry his share of the load. All of these help to build loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, and to one's own ideals. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty.
The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To Scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what's right. Trusting in God, with faith in his fellow man, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage.
The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile, the red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the Second Class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile.
The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout is service. Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped him in his climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. The Eagle stands as a protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best.
You are deserving of much credit in having achieved Scouting's highest award. However, wear your badge with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward. I would like to now introduce Mr. Fred Rickinson. He is the Eagle Scout and the founding Scoutmaster for Troop 10.
Thank you. You know, the good news is boys nowadays don't know how to use cigarette lighters. So I'm truly thrilled to be here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. Where are you, Mark?
He's in the back still.
Oh, way back there. It's been my honor to know Mark for most of his scouting career, and also to serve as one of his leaders for a great deal of that time. Mark has had quite a journey to attain the highest rank in scouting. He has easily spent more than 100 nights in a tent. He has hiked hundreds of miles, crossed snow-covered mountain peaks, climbed rocks, swam in frigid waters, and led others in competitions. Mark has always stood out in the crowd, always in a very positive, but sometimes unusual way. From being the kid with the Pinewood Derby car with electric lights, from being the most disgusting sounding dessert at the Blue and Gold banquet, or to wearing that ridiculous trench coat that I hated, or the relentless bragging about Texas. Mark is a natural leader. His infectious enthusiasm for a task at hand, even an arduous task, has a way of motivating the masses to perform above all expectations. He is fearless when it comes to presentations and quick to take charge when he sees an opportunity. Leading by example, Mark never sees a chance to lend a helping hand. I will never forget the time that we were backpacking on the beach at Cumberland Island. Some of the smaller scouts were struggling from the weight of their packs, so Mark casually helped several boys by taking on some of the weight. I was personally amazed by the strength in his back and in his character. His intelligence and clumsiness sometimes mystifies observers. I have said this kid will cure cancer if he doesn't get hit by a bus first. Who could forget the time that he stepped into the wet concrete at Gray's Eagle Project, or collapsed a tent at the yard sale? But remember that he's also led his high school academic team to win the National History Bowl championship 2 years in a row, that he's a leader in a poetry group at school, and he's one of the top in his class academically. Scouting has played an important role in my life. As a youth, I learned values that continue to serve me well today. Many of my closest friends are from scouting, and I'm proud to be an Eagle Scout. I was surprised to learn that I had more fun in scouting after I became an Eagle Scout, and I challenge you, Mark, to discover the same for yourself. Just as you looked up to older scouts when you first joined, younger scouts now look up to you. You have much to teach and much to share. A great deal of the fun that I've had has been right here in Troop 10. Dave has often said that when we started this troop that we caught a lightning bolt. I must agree that he's correct. We started the troop with 4 scouts on the roster. Marshall Knox, Alex Bondar, is that here?
College.
Get on away college. Brian Ricketson, and Mark. Today, Mark joins the other 3 in the Eagle Brotherhood. We had 3 other boys that attended that first troop meeting that we had: Michael Schumann, Patrick Goldberg, Cody Barnes. I'm happy to say that Michael was one of our first Eagles. Patrick recently passed his Eagle board, and Cody has his scheduled for next month. That type of success is unheard of in scouting. It's important to note that their hard work and leadership were instrumental in making Troop 10 what it is today. Yes, we did catch lightning. Troop 10 had 10% of all the Eagle Scouts in the council last year, with 5 attaining the rank. That sounds pretty great, but in comparison, there's been 7 in the Troop 10 this year, with 2 months left to go. With statistics like that, you might say, then why are we making a big deal about making Eagle? Well, the fact is that only 4% of the boys that joined Scouting attained this highest rank. And Eagle Scouts make up a brotherhood of great leaders and people that shape our nation. Many West Point graduates, astronauts, congressmen, and corporate leaders are Eagle Scouts. The road to becoming an Eagle is long and hard. Every Eagle develops qualities during this journey, qualities that help guide you through the rest of your life. self-reliance, trust of self and others, doing things right, and doing the right thing, and the importance of honor and personal integrity. And finally, helping others and caring about them. As Dave says, these young men are the people that you want to call your neighbor, your friend, and you might not even mind if they date your daughter. I would like to read a short excerpt from a letter by Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs to an Eagle Scout. As you may have heard, the Eagle Award is a kind of a big deal. Most of the guys in my old troop bailed out around the star or first class. You stuck it out, and that makes you special. But don't get cocky. Contrary to what many have told you, this award will not change the way the world looks at you. Sorry, but it's true. The vast majority of people you're going to meet in life aren't going to care about what you accomplished in the Boy Scouts. And you know what? That's fine. Because while others may benefit from being around the type of adult you might become, the only person that will ever truly be affected by what you have accomplished is you. Remember this always. The Eagle Award comes with no magic power or influence. It is merely a reminder that you have succeeded in one area where most others have failed. That could be the start of a very positive pattern, or it could be something else. Don't be the guy that rests on the fact that you have achieved this high rank. Don't wait for the world to acknowledge your accomplishments. By all means, take pride in what you've done and don't let it go to your head. When you're finished with scouting, donate your uniform to the Salvation Army, fold up your sash, and stow it away somewhere private with all the other tokens of what you've done so far. Then roll up your sleeves, get out in the world, and put what you've learned to use. Live the Scout law, remember the Scout oath, be unique. That shouldn't be a problem for you, Mark. And don't forget to have fun. Otherwise, you'll wind up like most everybody else, ordinary. So congratulations to you, Mark, to your family and friends, and to your troop. You all deserve recognition for this accomplishment. Finally, never forget, Mark, that you may still carry a rubber chicken, but you'll always be an eagle. Thank you.
At this time, Mr. Robert Bolton, Sr., Scoutmaster for Troop 10, will now convene the National Court of Honor.
By the authority vested in me as a representative of the Georgia Carolina Council and the National Council, Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Court of Honor to be convened.
The Scouting movement constitutes one of the most wholesome and significant influences in the world today. Many successful, well-known persons are Eagle Scouts. Former President of the United States, film director whose films have won worldwide acclaim, most of the original astronauts, and several outstanding sports personalities. The Scout, whose efforts culminate this evening in the presentation of the Eagle Badge, has labored long to enter this brotherhood. He will assume even greater responsibilities to the ideals of honor and service. When he pledges himself on his sacred honor, he will be sealing his loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. Honor Guard, please escort before this Court of Honor Mark Joseph Quibido, where he will be prepared to receive the Eagle Scout Award. All along the trail of achievement, your Scoutmasters have given you advice and encouragement. I call upon your Scoutmaster to vouch for you tonight. Sir, before presenting your Eagle your Eagle. Before presenting your Scout the Eagle Award, we would like to have your assurance that Mark has been faithful in serving his troop, in giving leadership to its Scouts, in practicing the principles of Scout oath and law, and in practicing the good turn in his daily life. Based upon these qualifications, is your Scout entitled to the honor the Eagle Badge represents?
Yes, sir, he has.
Mark Quibido, I ask you now to rededicate yourself to the Scout principles by repeating the Scout oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally weak, and morally straight.
You have just recommitted yourself to the principles of the Scout oath. You now have a new, more intense obligation to your community and your troop. The knowledge you have gained in all areas of scouting will better enable you to be prepared for the future and its challenges. The Scout motto of "Be Prepared" now takes on special meaning. Scoutmaster Robert Bolton Sr. will now give a brief summary of Mark's career in Scouting.
Mark began his Boy Scout career as a Tiger Cub in Pack 56. He was blessed with wonderful friends and leaders, and then too in Pack 56, and had many great adventures. He moved through the Cub Scout ranks from Tigers to Webelos and earned his Arrow of Light. Mark bridged Troop 2 after earning his Arrow of Light and progressed there from the Scout rank to first class. During his time at Troop 2, he had many friends, attended summer camp for the first time, earned several merit badges, and attended many fun camping experiences such as Jimmy Bass Days and Camp Bud Shield. The highlight of his time at Troop 2 was serving as a member of the Georgia Carolina Council contingent to the National Boy Scout Jamboree, Boy Scouts of America's 100th anniversary. Shortly thereafter, Mark's father, David Quibido, and Scoutmaster Fred Ricketson decided to form a new troop chartered by the Church of the Holy Comforter, Troop 10. Mark decided to join as one of the 5 original members of Troop 10. At his new troop, Mark continued to progress through the ranks, earning his star rank, life, and now Eagle. He has served the troop in many leadership positions, including Senior Patrol Leader, Assistant Senior Patrol Leader, Instructor, and Junior Assistant Scoutmaster. During his time at Troop 10, Mark attended many memorable trips, including Cumberland Island, Sliding Rock, Skane, Battle Aiken, just to name a few. He also attended National Youth Leadership Training in Cap Knox, attended summer camp at Woodruff and Daniel Boone, hiked at Philmont, and spent a week scuba diving at the Florida Keys at Sea Base. However, the pinnacle of Mark's scouting career is earning the rank of Eagle. Mark Quibido, it is now a pleasure to introduce Eagle Scout Greg Mahoney to deliver you the Eagle Charge.
Thank you, Mr. Bolton. Mark, this is a great day for you, your family, Troop 10, and Scouting. Enjoy it. And I'd just like to make a special note that Mark's family is truly a great scouting family. So not only are we honoring Mark here, but I think we should also pay special recognition to his mother and his father for all the work that they do in scouting as committee chair and as treasurer for this troop. As Mr. Goldberg said, Scouts of all nations make up one of the most wholesome and significant movements in our world's history. Mark, you have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. This award, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations and bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has many great things to give you, and your children after you. But these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has a great past, and you can help to make the future even better. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve, that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts, hands, skills, and abilities to the common good. Help to build America's future by continuing to set an example of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for your God.